My name is Bluehead. I'm the third candidate running for the presidency of the United States in November in the year of our Lord 2012. I don't have a teleprompter and I haven't written a speech, so please bear with me. On November 6th, we have before us the choice between two candidates currently running for office. On one hand, we've got an almost perfect politician, the incumbent, running again for re-election. His life experience includes being masterful, an absolute magician at his trade. His greatest single skill set is becoming elected to public office. His life experience, however, and I'm not judging this, I'm just stating fact, his life experience is running for and being elected to public office. On the other hand, we have a retired businessman who has created immense wealth in the financial management and investment capital banking industry in the United States. Venture capitalism is not an area of business in the United States that most Americans can relate to. Most of us understand it, what its purpose is, but it's basically investing money made in other ways into companies that need money. But with that investment comes ownership and control. The American dream has always been the individual's ability and freedom to aspire to create the circumstance they wanted for their life and for the lives of their family. At the turn of the last century, we had a process in place that compelled the greatest minds from around the world to collect here in the United States of America, to germinate their abstract concepts and ideas, to apply their homegrown and cultural skill sets in a place where they could be rewarded, commensurate with the intensity of their efforts. American free enterprise grows based on performance. There is no gray area there. There is no discussion on whether you got the job done or not. You either did or you didn't. And if you didn't, you don't get to keep that job. Let's pretend on November 6th we have the choice of a third candidate whose sole purpose is to get the job done. The first thing that has to be done is to restore law and order to the banking and investment industry sector in this country. The last several recessions, including the current economic collapse that is now spreading globally, is due to a lack of law, order, and regulation in the banking and investment industry sector in this country. We have systematically, over the last 30 years, taken down all the rules and regulations that govern the banking and investment industry in this country. Jurisprudence, American jurisprudence, was established a long time ago simply to lay down the principles of human decency. Chances are, if an individual or a group of individuals, better known as a gang, or a corporation, or an entire industry segment for that matter, and possibly by design, is willing to over and over and over again violate the principles of human decency, chances are they're also breaking our laws. Let's assume our third candidate, this pragmatist, will restore law and order to the banking and financial management industry in this country. He won't talk about it. He will do it, because to keep his free enterprise prosperous, the United States of America being that enterprise, he needs a functional and non-sequestered financial and investment industry as a base to form free enterprise at the grassroots level. On foreign policy, we need a pragmatist that will draw a clear line in the sand. He will clearly, or she will clearly delineate friend from foe. There should be no question or ambiguity about that. On our military presence, we need to reinforce America's defensive capability using the greatest available technology, putting to work the most advanced technological defensive systems this country can create. We need a pragmatist in Washington, D.C. for all aspects of our recovery. A pragmatist, not a politician, not an investment banker. Let's assume Bluehead is that pragmatist. Let's find him. Let's recruit him. And let's put him in office and get this thing done.